checky, checky. That beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. For check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Push sugar level for check it. For check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Step into a world of exquisite fragrances at Ghana's #1 perfume hub. Visit us at Rack Luxury Perfume, located in Santa Maria, Asiama Junction, or find us in New Akimota, opposite Christ Redeemed Glory Church. Just a 3-minute walk from Akimota Melcombe, your journey to finding the perfect scent begins here. Whether you're shopping for yourself or looking for the perfect gift, we offer an extensive collection for both wholesale and retail. Proudly, we are the exclusive sole distributor for the luxurious Gloria perfume. Follow us on social media for the latest updates and exclusive deals. Find us on Instagram at rack_perfumes and on Snapchat and TikTok at rack_perfumes. Connect with us on Facebook at Rack Luxury Perfumes and be the first to know about new arrivals. Reach out to us at +233 59 461 6199 or WhatsApp at 059 861 2592. Rack Luxury Perfumes. Smell unique, smell classy.
Once again, we are back on your screens here on Sammy Flex TV for Showbiz Daily. And Showbiz Daily is live with you and my people. Yes, that is the live edition. So if you are watching us live, remember that you can also send your comments through for me to read. And let the world also hear that really you were highly represented here. Let me say shout outs to SKP Anokwa. To the SKP and Chamono Busy, SKP give and take. I'm sure they sorted it out in their own quarters. Where Sammy Flex, I was absent. So it's good. It is good to agree to disagree, and that is what we do here. Now, some of your favorite topics are already on board for discussion here, and I'm doing this with my people. Roland Amate, who is at the extreme end from Shagzi Shatter Movement Empire, as well as Roland Report on YouTube and RolandReport.com. Then in the middle, the man with the swag, Kobe Josvan. Kobe Josvan is the Nation's blogger, and the Nation's blogger is back in the studio, also representing Kobe Josvan on Facebook, YouTube, and Tunes Afrique on the .com as well. So wherever, link up and let's do some more. Behind the scenes, Digital Rasta is called Currency, who is doing our camera. Richie Flex is the editor, director of our shows. And you know my name already, Bomidi Maame, a friend is Sammy Flex. Now, we're going to look at some interesting stories. One that I would want to start with is a story today, right here in Ghana. In fact, the Ghana Police Service, Narcotics Control Board, the CID, and the security agencies in Ghana, they've caught some people with huge quantities of Indian hemp, and I hear there is even cocaine in there. And after arresting the people and the substance being at their disposal, reports we are getting is that they logo all the substance in a truck, took it to some beach around Osu Castle area, and they set fire in the weed and ba. Hey, today the people there, they eat them with this. Because while the thing is burning, the flavor, I'm sure today some Rasta men will just go and stand at the beach and they'll be hailing. Because this kind of smoke, they would never get it in their life. Like, this is heavy smoke. Like, look at it. So look at the truck, a truckload of Indian hemp. They went there, opened it, and brrr, all the Indian hemp came out. And story way. See, so all this Indian hemp packaged nicely. So this be officers from the Ghana Police, Narcotics Board, CID, and things. And according to them, they've come to ban them. I feel so uncomfortable with this way of disposing this product. Now, I want to be very inquisitive. In fact, to ask one of the dumbest questions ever in the world. So what is the proof that those things wrapped at the Indian hair? What is the proof? Like, what is the proof? What exactly shows that everything in the hair we now yet to yam money na and then just need na ye cocaine ni weed. And then naturally.
You have to trust it.
Substance believed to suspected to be Indian hemp.
You have to trust them.
Hey, but well, Charlie, much time is this the best way to go? Ro, maybe I can start this with you. Like, is it the best way to go? I'm a little confused though. Though I've heard stories like this before, but like way gani.
Of course. Oh, this, like you said, this is not the first time. There are some that are even more than this. The one that is even funny or looks funny is the one that they burn it in the farm. Like when they catch those farmers that they cultivate it,
I see the bags have VR written on them, so it means they are from both origin. Almost city, both origin. We of fresh.
So yeah. So the one that is funny is the one that they will be burning.
Which one is the fire? If you get a fire video, let's see the you try there too. Hey.
It's the one that they burn in the farms. And they are very interesting. Like they set the whole farm ablaze and just put everything to ashes. And I understand this particular thing is also done through courts. It is court that orders them to do that. But my own is that whichever way it is, this particular substance, regardless of how illegal it may be, also has economic benefits, of which we shouldn't also overlook, and especially the Indian hemp or the weed aspect. We all know even the advocacy of it in the country by even top people, in the top and influential people in this case. If we won't consider the legalization of it, that's fine. But my own is that instead of doing some of these things just to prove that any we just did.
See the smoke. See the smoke.
Hey, chemical reaction here.
Hi.
What's the 2 minutes to make this here.
Nah, we smoke tuntum zay.
Hey, bro, what should be that?
Oh, yeah, so much here.
What's it?
So much here. You call for machine, almost in your heart. You need a tea flavor,
so this I know is done through a court order, like I'm saying. But my only worry is the economic benefits that we are overlooking. Because if indeed, unless they want to tell us that, or unless they want to tell me that they have tested the substance and they felt that there will be no use for it even chemically. There will be no use for it even.
No, this is another serious point because already in Ghana now they are saying you can work with this in a certain quantity for industrial use. So if really they were indeed
exactly what they say it is. What they say it is. Can't we preserve it to say that okay, instead of maybe going to buy, because we import Ghana, we import almost everything, including weed. We import them for medicinal purposes and industrial use. So instead of spending tons and like a huge amount of money to cultivate some of them, why don't we reduce that particular burden by saying okay, some of these things that we hold them, we will just use it to minimize that particular cost. But we would want to, out of the fact that people would know okay, the things that we got from them, we are not actually using it. If you say you are using it, nobody can hold you. Besides, you've already banned it. You understand? There is a ban on it. So anybody that tramps upon it has just flawed the law in that sense. So whatever you do with it, the person has no authority over it again. The person, it is just like maybe you importing maybe a certain vehicle and it gets stuck at the port and you are not able to clear.
Yeah.
At that particular, when they give you the deadline and it surpasses, they put it on auction.
Yeah.
At that point, you lose it. It is as simple as that. That same rule can be applied here. We seize your things, and if you are not able to get it back, if it will be beneficial to the state, but we use it. And that is, so me, I just want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, perhaps, maybe they've tested it. Out of the majority they got, they've tested and maybe taken the ones that are good out of it. They've separated the wheat from the chaff, as they say. So maybe that's what I just would want to think. Else, I also feel some way when I see they take things like this, and the only thing that has to do with let's destroy it, and in destroying it, we don't also consider the health benefits or whatever it is also in burning some of these things. We think say but the people in the area are exposed to it. The people in that particular vicinity are exposed to it regardless. Air travels, and the moment some of these things are taken afar, some people will definitely inhale it. And what will be the compensation attached to that? So if there is a way that we can even draw the economic benefits out of these things, I think moving forward we should know how to do some of how to close some of these cases rather than ordering for them to be destroyed in that manner, if indeed we can get some benefit out of it. So if they can't, I believe when they are doing some of these things, they should also let that communication out. Because according to certain people have the notion that this thing, we import some of them to use as medicinal stuff just to help ourselves. So if we get them at our disposal, and the best thing that we think we can do is to destroy it and go and import another one, then come on. It doesn't make too much sense to me. So yes, I also feel some way, but if they tell me they've taken the weed out of the chaff, well, then they should. It is the chaff that I want to believe they are destroying.
Well, interesting times here in Ghana. When I saw the story, I was like, hey, is this the only way out? Well, let me go on to Kobe Josvan, the nation's blogger. He is also an elder from the Church of Pentecost. So, seeing weed and its arrest, I don't know how Elder is feeling about it. Elder,
I think say
Elder, what should be that?
Debbie, but Mate being Kanda.
Oh, and there's so be at it. My question is an old church. I say, oh, and then become and one no men could church him. And they to be a one entity. I could share them from Krawati. Good.
I think I don't support the approach. I'm also looking, say, there should have been a better way of handling this issue. I'm saying, raw about near baby. So, I mean, medicinal purposes, other things. And they can also be used for research purposes as well.
Okay.
Because I'm sure, say, some of these things now you can't have no. And if you nyamre kakra, now you research kakra, maybe there is a new type that we have no idea about it. And through these processes, no, but it's like at any point in time, no, Ghana police, no, sometimes they just want to do some things just to let the people know that they are working. And in as much as you some more juma no more ya monyama ehonte ya yenso ye hu a ye beka no de we ma ya esoni e wo de yenso ye boma ba so looking at this factor no means na mu use no, I think it's a no for me. And even impoano na mo de koye no, why impoano ye fan say so because mo share de no hu say eponeba
yeah,
and right now to say epone so ba e ba fa sa ni mani na wastage na aka no. And that one too is also, I mean, a hazard to the people there.
Okay.
So did we consider
living
yes
as well?
Did we consider
really put him there fish number
rough and
let them go high
and the fishermen for now season apart. So I think
fish almost zo.
So I think in as much as we want to handle some of these issues now, we should always find the appropriate means to handle it. And I'm not a problem with her. Sometimes you pray when you may be home, and Mijidi says Sanki Nyamre kakra and Kebabwa. But I have to say, let's do something to impress the public. Let's do something for the people to know that at least we are doing something, or we have something to justify. Say, Adia and Kofo, Adena Modiba and Yachemono, Adinini. I believe, say, you bet me, you name maybe be a fan. Not just this. And I'm also tempted to believe, say, Adena must say a read no. More sure say a no. Because by some year, Chrome how and a cocaine and a powder. Chrome hair and a cocaine and a powder. It's more sure say, and yet, Kenke leaves be and a modi maybe Afra and a Makoshan Anna.
David. And yes,
a country called Ghana.
yes.
Well, whatever it is, let me also believe, say, Abia and yes, I don't know. I they claim to be. Because Yahumbida, when there's a precedence, we can always refer to it. So, cocaine at me adane powder. The possibility for weed also turning into kinky leaves is higher.
Highly possible.
And most of the people know someone handle some of these cases. No, you say I'm some picky yamuniama kakra on the street.
In fact, Omo question no. Nyakopon yi in the spirit me call home we are here. Music police for ne CID for now mo question. Who we are saying? We say who we are saying. Omo di check it to 50. They are all users of the product.
Yes, preach on. And that is the truth.
But who we are saying?
Yes. So some of these things now I think say you're looking up to the bigger picture. There's so many means able to me I take advantage of it. It will be judiciously and beneficial to the country in as much as we want to try and send a signal to these people out there. No?
Yeah.
I mean the channel, no, the means that you use, you consider maybe because over component another moment and doctors will claim her. Some of these people here not purposely say be a medical side. I mean thorough research, deep research. I mean you may be will claim her. But you don't even know some of the things now. I mean, you to me, in as much as a movie and him say, I mean, yeah, the weed nessa, you know, drugs. No, I believe, said, you may be also read between me. It is a research and in your or try home kakra and kebabwa, but the rush, it is not the way. And let me also believe, say, camera and so I debate so can be. Because when there's a camera, there's a media attaché assigned to them to perform a particular role or duty. You know, there's some things even if you are not cool with it, you just have to pretend that you're okay, and that is the result that we are seeing. So, in as much as some more Juma, Juma no money, Emma and so you can't even who the way can. But being the same way at this at least say I am passing a weed in swan. Nyamishram but say kinky haban so nyamia or sanso
Well, I think one of the points Roland made I would want to reiterate is the fact that in Ghana now some medical facilities they have the license or the authority to use some of these products at a certain quantity. I can tell you that most of these manufacturing drugs manufacturing companies in Ghana, they use weed in most of their productions. They use it. So if really the country is looking for money and all those things, we could have converted some of these things into money to even go and save some people in prison and all those things. But we decided to ban them. And you see, the moment we put it into acts like this, from where I sit, then it becomes suspicious. Trust me, as much as I don't have any concrete evidence or proof, the moment you put some of these things into act like this, then they become suspicious. The things that were packaged like that,
but you see,
people want us to believe they were like how?
But can you also blame them? I would want to reduce the blame on them because you see,
no, we are not blaming them. We are saying that they can. Sometimes in Ghana,
I'm talking about
we always use the cheapest means to solve problems.
Solve problems. Let's cut it off.
Yes, the cheapest means.
Exactly. But my own is that looking at the whole conversation around it, of people who even allege that yes, some people in authority, especially the people who confiscate it, actually like hide some of them or use some of them or take some of them. It is whether it is true or not, since none of these accusers have been able to give a concrete proof. Now they would want to do things that looks like transparency, and this is definitely one of the ways that will come to mind. Okay, in order for me to prove to you that the things that I seized, I am not using, this is evidence that I am destroying it.
Oh, the evidence is we seeing some substances believed to be what you claim is in there. The things package, did you see weed in them? No, did you see weed in them?
I saw yellow.
Exactly. Let's leave it there for another day. I'm sure we will solve most of these problems in the near future. Now, let's do a little politainment. And Maame Dokono, who happens to be one of our veteran actresses here in Ghana, she has led some movements here in Ghana, and she's trained many into acting here in Ghana as well. Maame Dokono has been talking, and she's talking about politics, cautioning celebrities that if you don't have the strength, the wherewithal, then you should be careful how you venture into politics. She's talking about you venturing into politics, and if you are not careful and your party loses, you are doomed for life. Maame Dokono has been talking. There are some pieces. Let's check them out before we come back to continue the story. That when people won like this, does it happen to every celebrity, or some celebrities are not part of this caution? Because we have been here. Some celebrities have been associated with some political parties. They are still here. I think in recent examples, I can use Sammy. Sammy is still here doing his thing. He's playing shows all over. Where is the effect? Or Maame Dokono is saying, well, if the party loses, that's where Maame Dokono is also saying. He says, if the party you support loses, then you are fucked. I don't know what it means. Well, let's watch excerpts and we'll come back to continue the conversation.
If you were to go back into time and you had the opportunity, would you still make those same moves? If you were to go back into time and you had the opportunity, would you still make those same moves?
The politics?
Yes.
No. Hey, if you are going into politics and you are an artist and you are going into politics, pray that your party wins. Because if your party loses, you will be shunned by everybody. They won't cast you, they won't do anything, and they would not let people even watch your film.
It happened to you?
Yes.
Share some of the experiences. How were you not cast?
I wasn't cast for about 2 years.
Whoa.
And they said, Maame Dokono, who could hear the film, and film. So I was dejected. I was completely left alone. It was after 2 years that some of them came to me that they want to do something. They want me to play a mother part. I said, oh, now you want to come and use me.
But did you pick up the role?
I did, but I bluffed.
Of course.
Yeah. And I said I wasn't going to do it and all that. And were you not the producers who said, yes. But
Maame Dokono of By the Fireside fame, speaking on GTV earlier today. And again, this is a free warning to celebrities who are indulging in politics. We yemfa ni hu. And I can say, oh, Maame, I didn't work on, but and you'll be up on a day bit me out. Kobe, yemfa ni saying.
Sammy, a very critical issue we need to pay attention to.
Okay.
A double-edged sword. I mean, comes with a positive and negative. In as much as you want to endorse political party, first of all, weigh your strength. And you'll be unable to me, because my guys I will say a bima.
Yes.
Now, Sammy is an example. Sammy endorsed MPP. MPP is in power. So let's wait when the other party come into power. Then we weigh the forces.
If it flips.
Yes, that is it. And you'll be answering a bit to me. And yes, I could do no IS because Sammy politics dicey. Many don't still get it. It's a medium for you to share your ideas, your opinions and policies. People see it to be a rivalry. So if you are in party A and I'm in party B, so long as you are trying to endorse party B and I am in party A, then automatically we can never be friends.
Yeah.
And also have a problem. So you consider the risk in a if you want to pay attention to the benefits in a of course, if you endorse MPP now, you get shows. For instance, if you are a musician, you are an artist, you get shows, you get some endorsements affiliated to the party and other things. You be connected to a certain plugs that will also benefit you. But are you also thinking about if the party is in opposition, that the next party that will be in power to can one way or the other to also sabotage you? Are you ready for that thing? If you have the strength to accommodate all that kind of tough times and difficulties, you can equally find your way through. And I'm a thing I use Shatawale as example. Of course, Shatta endorsed MPP and NDC at the same time. Yenim, Mahama paper, Nana Kalipo. That was a very smart move. Not everybody can do that.
True.
He performed on Mahama's campaign platform, and Peter Amewutu, an MPP, MP2, and also performance. That was a perfect move.
Yeah.
So until you have that strength to do that. And Shatta was able to do that thing, and he was able to achieve the result that he wanted because he had a vibrant fan base. Irrespective of it, the Shatta movement will still support their body.
Default support.
That is it. They know they bow. So yes. So until you build yourself to that kind of level, standard, and loyalty, don't try that kind of stuff. Especially when you are fast rising or you just had a hit song. That is why Mihun Kimpaluta deno. Na I am in Nakaka. Ubaka say no oko no baji fu enka krum ha ne wo yenim se eba yenim the way amanfo edem ho akọ political party ayede anko simu yi. So in as much as you want to go in all, think about the consequences. And if you go to Brasami, cash out. Go talk business. Don't go there and allow yourself to be used, because Oma ho kwan you sue.
Fact. At
any point in time, how you want to sell yourself, they will buy you. If you want to sell yourself 1 city, they will buy you. 2 cities, they will buy you. 1 million, they will buy you. But the buying that they are buying you, whatever that they are giving it to you, they are telling you, you are doing or you are playing a role to fix that kind of amount that you are being given. So in as much as there is a higher risk ahead of you, make sure you go in for a better bid. So as at the end of the day, some investments can save you moving forward in the future.
I make sure you go in for a better bid. At least you are safe.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Ru, come through Maame Dokono's caution and what you also think about it.
Well, it's a good caution. But it is not a straightforward jacket like that.
Okay.
And obviously not applicable to everybody. And another thing also is that it is not only about your party losing. Even if your party wins and they perform abysmal, you can still suffer.
Okay.
It is there. The likes of Prince David Osei, the Fly Boys, all chop to online. It is there. They will give it to you. Their party is in power, but the conversations in terms of what they will be saying online or whenever they mount platforms are not easy. The Jacob's party is in power, but the last time he decided to talk politics during one of his performances, he dropped the mic. It is as simple as that. You see, it all has to do with your brand equity and the understanding of the people you are dealing with. In fact, I even want to believe this time the understanding has improved a bit compared to the times of Maame Dokono. Now the understanding has improved, where people are beginning to realize that it is a job season for some people, so let's allow them to work and not hold them to ransom like that.
Okay.
And also the people that would want to go into the political conversation, it depends on the manner in which they enter. Some people can just go for endorsements. I am just coming to endorse you because you see I have huge numbers and you would want my endorsement. That we are done. But some people go there and they get stuck. And that one, it is a different conversation. John Dumelo's own is different from the likes of the Fly Boys and all of that. You understand? So something that probably the Fly Boys may suffer, John Dumelo may not suffer. John Dumelo's party lost, but he's still working. He is still going about his duties. Whether it is acting, he's still actively doing it. His private businesses, as in the farming and other ones that he has, he's still doing it. Nothing is going wrong for him.
True.
His party is not in power. This is an entertainer, somebody that is in the entertainment industry. He's still working. You understand? So it depends on how you enter and the kind of communication you drive.
Okay.
If you enter fully, your communication will determine whether the people would understand that it is just work for you, so let's leave him. Or they will hold you to it and say, you made us do this. It is just your communication. That is why when Sarkodie said Nana Twaso, he's standing by it till today. Whenever you ask him about that, regardless of the performance of the sitting government or the government that he campaigned for, he still stands by that particular statement. That there was something he saw, and he was very specific. You understand? So to that, you can blame Sarkodie for everything, but you see that thing, you can't blame him for it.
Okay. Because
he was very specific with his conversation. But certain people will just come, give a blanket statement as if they are in it actively. So when the disappointment and the attacks that come with it begins, they will, like, unfortunately mistake you for the people that are in it actively. Just like somebody will go at Sammy. Sammy is in it actively because he did not only endorse the political party, but he was seen on their platforms running campaigns for them. So in that sense, when the attacks begin to come, definitely they will mistake you for somebody like Sir John Atoforsen. They will mix you up with all of them. Hey, Ato, hear the amount. You understand? So, for what she is saying there, I think yes, there is truth in it, of which some people can take. If you know your brand equity is not that strong, please be an observer, or find another way of still cashing. There is always a way. Find another way and still cash. Else, if you decide to follow the bandwagon and say, oh, the likes of Samini or whoever is campaigning for a certain political party and they are getting a certain benefit, so you would also want to go and do it, you might get there and you get stuck. And before I wrap up, some even entertainers get into these political conversations and their mindset of which made them enter changes.
Yeah.
Some go in for just endorsement too. But the moment they get there, they get caught up or they get catch up in that particular frenzy and they get stuck. Into Uber say your friend is saying come by nyum keke nonko. To say be a daddy lumba na see you. But obe hunu no gina stage so your campaign. Then at the end of the day, o brand equity is strong. O brand ne mu nyedu. And when these ties begin to come, Charlie, it will definitely affect you. Somebody like Daddy Lumba, how many songs haven't Daddy Lumba done for MPP? He is still active because he knows what he is doing, and he just goes in, do it, and go.
That's true.
Now see, that's the songs he's done. You employ him to come and do so. So whether the party wins or not, he is still functioning. Because he was called to come and do a specific job. But if people on your friend saw Bayan, I think no Bayan who campaign manager by force. Campaign training to pay no dishi. In that sense, they will definitely mistake you for some of these active politicians. So when the bashing begins to come or the hate begins to come, then you will definitely collect some. So yes, the entertainers should also know how they approach this whole political conversation. If you are going in for endorsement, just let it be open that I am going in for endorsements. Like let's say that Lumba will do a song or Nasi will do a song for a political party. I'm off. Whatever they do with the song is my back case. Whether they win, they lose is my back case. If you are going in for a proper campaign, like the likes of Samini, Prior Dems, Guru Dems, let it show so that people would know how to. So that when the thunder is striking, the thunder will not be confused.
It comes hard.
Yes, it will not be confused. Exactly. If you have, let us know you are blue. If you are green, let us know you are green. So that when the thunder is coming, you know that, oh, this person there. So you see, people will bash. How do you call it? Sammy. But they will not bash Daddy Lumba. Meanwhile, it was Daddy Lumba song that they used to chill. It was Daddy Lumba song that drove the campaign for them. But they will not bash Daddy Lumba. You understand? Because he went in, made whatever he's doing very clear for the people to see. I want him to do a job. Just like a carpenter will go and carve a stage for them to perform or to do their campaign. You will not hold the carpenter to it. Same way you will not hold that Lumba. But the person that stood on the campaign platform is the person you hold. And these are the people that will go and stand there. Meanwhile, they just call them for endorsement. So yeah, Maame Dokono's advice is apt. Some people can take, but it is not applicable to everybody. So you just check yourself before you enter.
Interesting times, and this is what we are doing here, Showbiz Daily, here on Sammy Flex TV. And I'm to another political story. On Sammy Flex Speaks, I remember myself and Kwesi Ama had a conversation on these politicians running around, plating the hairs of people, pounding fufu, eating with them, washing their clothes, and all. And on that day, I still remember Kwesi Ama was very hard on Baba Sadiq. He said, but yeah, Baba Sadiq is in there. What is he doing? Is he also deceiving the people? I said, well, Baba Sadiq is following the tradition. Baba Sadiq is not new. He's not the one who invented politicians doing that. It has been around. So if he's doing it, it is because he's a politician and he's following the tradition. Now, Baba Sadiq has explained why he has been doing some of these things. Let's get his explanation, and I believe back we will try to make sense out of what Baba Sadiq is saying. Now he says, bring the headline down, let me read. He says, video of me pounding fufu was just familiarity, not to attract votes. Yeah, I know Baba Sadiq, smart guy. And the story reads, popular entertainment entrepreneur and politician Baba Sadiq has reacted to the bashing he received over a viral photo of him pounding fufu during a door-to-door campaign in July. Now, Baba Sadiq, who is running for the parliamentary seat for Okai-Koi Central in the Greater Accra region, found himself at the center of social media buzz after a photo of him pounding fufu for a woman went viral. Addressing the incident in an interview on Hits FM on August 7th, 2024, Baba Sadiq explained that his actions were driven by familiarity and a desire to connect with the community rather than any attempt to attract attention. Sometimes when you go from house to house, you meet them. It is just familiarity. You go to their house, you see her pounding, and you decide to help her. It was to attract anything, or maybe I'm sure it was not to attract anything. And then our photographers will take pictures, and sometimes these things will end up on social media and people would have their opinions, Sadiq stated. However, despite the negative comments on social media, Baba Sadiq said he is unbothered, stating, it was funny, when you are a politician and you know the realities, some of these comments don't get to you. You just laugh about it and move on, of course. He said he added that for him, the feedback from the woman, her household and other constituents was what truly mattered. And Baba Sadiq says, if you see me pounding for, it is not for votes, it is to familiarize myself with the people. Oh, do you have any counter opinion to what Baba Sadiq has told us?
It's so very important. What do you want to counter?
What do you want to
I mean, I wasn't expecting him to say any other thing than what he said.
Okay.
Yes, you may have your own opinion about me. For me, the statement of him just familiarizing himself with the people and not to canvass for votes. Me, I don't believe it.
Okay.
I don't believe it. The main aim is to canvass for votes, and the secondary one is to familiarize yourself with them. That is it. That is it. But as a politician, of course, he would want to, even if the thing is black, he would want to, instead of telling you black, give you the colors that constituted in making that particular color you are seeing. Yes, make you think, because in this particular conversation, he's been able to give different aspects or different reasons why somebody would want to do this.
Yeah.
And if we know politics is in everything that we do, and not only in the political arena as we know it. Even in our small communities, in our homes, in our offices, and everything, there are politics, and there are things that people would want to do. There are cards people would want to play just to win favors or just to familiarize themselves with it. And this is the bigger one. That he's saying. So he's just opening people's mind to the fact that even if you say I am doing it for votes, some people or another person may be doing it just to familiarize themselves with the people. Because you see, familiarity is what even helps you to get the votes. Sometimes people, but they will still not vote for the person. Because there is no form of connection between them and the person. You understand? And they would prefer to even go and vote for somebody that has come to even say hi. And it is funny how some human minds think. It is just relatability. Oh, wait, the number of people say Kufuor is a soft talker, a gentle giant, and he has sexy eyes. That's it. It is funny how, and you may not regard it. Maybe you are an elite, and some of these things may not move you, but you have no idea how these things move people. It will definitely. So you may be an elite, and you may not even step at the foot at the polling station to even go and vote. But if you don't, you see these people that they are calling them for, they will elect your president for you. Yes, they will. They will go and queue, rain or shine, brainstorm or thunder. They will go and they will elect them for you.
True.
So it is like that. So I wasn't expecting him to say this, and especially the space that he's entered into. I mean, you go to Rome, you do what Romans do, and this is the game that is being played. It is either you learn how to play it, or you pack your bag and baggages and off you go. Or if you want to, Baba Sadiq can choose not to do some of these things. But you see the other road that he will take in order for him to achieve the same results this will give him. A waroff.
I know, right?
A waroff. It is a long road. So yes, it is either this or it is no wonder that some of our people in the entertainment industry go into politics and at once they forget everything entertainment. They seem to forget the people in the space. Like everything they do, every policy they even suggest whenever they go for cabinet meetings and all of that has nothing to do with our people, because in that particular environment the game is different. The game is different. We at the other side may not regard this because we see this as one of those skirmishes. In fact, in a space where we are prone to stand each and every day, these things don't move us. But then in other arena, this is a big deal, of which would push Baba Sadiq and his likes to also go into it. John Dumelo was from one hostel to the other, hugging. And I remember in Lagos, one girl said she was going to vote for Dumelo because that's the first time she's been able to hug John Dumelo. She's never had the opportunity ever since John Dumelo became a star. So until John Dumelo entered into politics, Uncle when Remo can get into me hugging it that. So out of that, I'll get to John Dumelo because we're hugging for hostel. So yes, we find ourselves in a space that we are so familiar with some of these things. We may not regard it like that, but you see them in the arena, it speaks a lot for them. It speaks volume for them. So definitely, you can't overlook it. So for Baba Sadiq, he's just doing the Lord's work. It is just like somebody who will go to the office and say, "I'm preparing my notes or I'm preparing things in order to aid my." That's what he's doing. He's in his office, and that's what his work entails. His work entails him to familiarize himself with the people. His work entails him to connect direct to the people because his competitors are doing it. I saw a video being hey. Now you realize what is even going on. Now MPP billboard is here, NDC billboard is here. Today
I saw some cars.
The
tracks, MPP leading and
NDC following. Close marking. Don't do it. Now the game has changed. So it is now tackle kind of situation here. So it is either you do what they are doing, so you hope to achieve the results, or you go and find the long way. If you think that other way too is so long for you, then get out of the space, simple, and leave for the people who can play the dirty.
I see. Kobe, do this and let's tackle the last one to run away from here.
All right, Sammy. I think personally, the Baba, I think that was a very smart move. I mean, that's the tradition, that's the culture, and that is how it is done. So, in as much as they want to join that same thing, you need to follow the rules, understand, and play it very well. Because if your friends are doing, automatically they get the results that they're looking for. And one thing is, one thing that you really say, politics is about conversation. And today we are sitting here talking about Baba Sadiq. At least someone owning Baba Sadiq no. Say there is, someone called Baba Sadiq or no so contested for a position. So I think that's a very smart move. Whatever conversation that comes along it, massa. Say but it is just cheap means do. But this is what the people want. And just as rule how many of these elites and communities and they will even avoid these people from using some of these tricks to convince them, persuade them to change their decisions. Only few. But the many ones now be say no will be a means for them to accept and make choices out of it. I'm also into obet want to have you president now. But I think gradually the mindset of the youth are gradually changing, and how we perceive, we see things. Right now, no, obi owo party A or yet die hard, no, you do baby na training monko year. We say no, it is not about my party. It is about me condition. It is about me sitting. And I am praying, we will get to that. Time, no, that season, no, that period now. People wouldn't just vote because of they belonging to a certain political party, but they will make decisions or choices based on what good policies that will better their lives. And you better but dear Baba me impo dear, I don't even expect any explanation there. Saying we don't change the winning formula. That is it. People have been using it and they are getting their results. They've been achieving the goal that they are looking for. So you are coming, you say want to bring your own formula. You be Shatawali. This is not musical. This is politics.
There's politics.
And as part of politics there is politics. So the tricks are in there. You need to embrace the tricks and you should be able to utilize it well. That will work in your favor. So kudos to him. We wish him all the best. And one more expect to say he's an entertainer. Into about how we won't forget it. And entertainment, gang niatio is a constituency. So the demands from the people, no, if Nyamiya Adam ne ebi esun yeswa others, but the priorities will focus on the people na moto abaman. So you guys shouldn't be surprised when one day Baba Sadiq become an MP and whatever that you expect him to perform, you couldn't get it. He is not serving you, he's serving his constituents, and that is the focus now.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So far, so good. Now, our very last story will be taken from Nigeria, and this is something I find amusing. Amusing in the sense that Rude Boy, he looks like for the past weeks in Nigeria, he has been the #1 talkative, saying everything some and bringing everything some out. According to him, if you are even performing in Nigeria, Charlie, people they hung too much that they don't fit to even show love. Everybody thinks, hey, Charlie, you perform for Nigeria, they expect people to, you see, the way you go to the shows in the West End, people are removing their braziers and throwing out the things. Charlie, Nigeria, for me, we are going to say, shut up, Jim Judges, line view, was it there? Are they VIP? Are they look like this? Captain Sankara, I don't VIP. A girl like this. As they perform, people they watch you artists like this. That be what Rude Boy is saying. Now he's worried, and I don't know who we should blame here. Let's look at this finally to run away from here. Rich, if there is something to read or watch, let's get it so we can run away.
So, I remember how the last time I spoke to Onyeko Bueno, we was when I was planning back a lot video. So I remember how the last time I spoke to Nyoko Bueno, that was I was planning back a lot video.
Oh, that was a wrong insert played. That was a wrong insert played. That was a wrong insert played. Okay, I think it is a post rather. Richie, let me show that to you. Maybe later you can show it to your audience as well. And I'm reading from here. It says, you can never perform in Nigeria and people faint or start crying. Our problems are too much. Some even use their phones. And Rude Boy is talking. Say, you see, East African countries, when they love you, they stick with you. We could perform in Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, and you see people collapsing and being carried out of the stadium, but that has never happened to I say life hard in Nigeria. Everybody just the vex. And Rude Boy is saying, okay, that is what you have there. He says you can never perform in Nigeria, people faint or start crying. Our problems are too much. Some even use their phones. You see East African countries, huh? When they love you, you can perform in even the neighboring countries. Yet, they will still be fainting and some are dying and blah, blah, blah. Now, let me start this with Kobe Josba. Kobe, so what is the problem? Is it the fact that the artists don't feel the people in Nigeria or the Nigerians don't feel the artists in Nigeria? What is it? Because when they move out of Nigeria, they get love, but in their own country, lie.
I think my member Rude Boy Abaso over the years, Mabojuma and no credit that how many of these Nigerian artists now they are known, I mean, out there shada play shoes in Nigeria. You see, most of their die-hard fans they are not, I mean, from home, they are all outside. Because hardly do they even spend much time, I mean, with their people. And their fans sometimes need some bond. They need some connection. At some point, when him said, Oba Ghana had, the reason why the likes of Shatawale, Sarkodie, Stoneboy will always have that kind of bond with their fans, because at any point, every year, they do something with their fans. How many of these Nigerian artists that we can confidently and boldly say, no, every year, them they hold some shows or concerts for their people? No. Their focus is, I mean, the people out there, because they have this mindset. So moving out from Nigeria that will make them turn the international people. So right now, their focus is international. So if you are focusing on the international people, don't expect the people to show you the love that you are showing those people. Because they also need that love. And sometimes, in as much as if these people have supported your craft all these years now, you need to also pay some dues and respect to them by organizing some shows, appreciating them for their support and their contributions towards your craft. But if you think those people they are not more than here, sir, at a time, I mean, at some point, I want to hear this is our baby. And the economic factor too is a problem. Plus, I mean, we have Mukawa and Sirio. And comment the word here, okay, then so system so but I believe it goes beyond that. They should try and build that kind of bond with their people, and moving forward, it will help. Annually or every year, we see them tour, I mean, around the world. How many times in Puna, Munya time organize shows around Nigeria? Recently, we said Burna Boy made an attempt. It couldn't happen. So even Odogu Burna Boy tried in his
home country,
couldn't survive. Meaning there's so many things that they need to do it right there, and there's a lot of homework that they need to work on it. Until then, that same thing will keep on happening, because it is not just, I mean, performing. It is about having the bond, the connection, the vibe, So homework and moving forward.
Okay, Ro, close the show for us. Our time is up.
I mean, he's just talking about serious things in a very sarcastic way. That's what I'm seeing. What he's saying, the impulse of it has to do with the hardships in the country, and with the example that he's using to buttress his points, I don't think it holds like that, because yes, he may not have experienced it, but there are some level of love that they also receive, that they also get. And funny enough, today I also chanced on a very similar conversation from Rema, who was also saying that the kind of love he receives from India, he doesn't get them in Nigeria.
India?
Yes. He says when he hits the street in India, like the kind of paparazzi, the way people follow him, everybody, like he doesn't get it in Nigeria.
I see.
And I was like, wow. So it is not surprising. I mean, it has to do with the fans' connection, but that doesn't take away the fact that yes, it is true. The hardship that he is also trying to point out is also there. I mean, sometimes you go to shows and the kind of headache you go for comedy shows and the kind of headache that is on you. If you are not careful, you may not even concentrate on the show that you are even like watching or something. You want to even enjoy. You may not even concentrate because see the whole system is hot and it is getting or taking a toll on the people in the country. It is that we can't take the fact out of it. So sometimes as entertainers, Charlie, they've been able to campaign, move these people from the comfort of their homes even to outside, and only for them to just come and also get stuck on their phones like that. Because Charlie, as at that same time that you are trying to entertain the person, either a comedian or a musician, somebody is also giving the person some hot news from somewhere that it is not even making them content.
Yeah,
and it is all out of the fact that the system is not so conducive for people now. So for what he's trying to point here, it is true. And I know the things that he's saying, the example that he's using about people fainting in other countries, he's just being sarcastic about it, just to make the whole thing look a little lighter. Because if he is to seriously talk about the hardship, maybe he might say certain things that he may even regret later, or he is not even supposed to.
It did not make his country look good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you would want to use this in a very jovial way, just to make you know what he's actually talking about. And if you pay attention critically to what he's saying, you will know that it is nothing. It has more to do with the hardship than the performance of people fainting and all of that.
Well, in Ghana, at least I know one artist can make people faint. Only one man, and he does that. That is Shatawale. Of course, I remember last year, on 31st night into 1st January at the Independence Square. Organizers of the show had to beg us. Say, please tell your artist to close the show. People are fainting. Please close. Yes, so that one day, we know here in Ghana it happens. But as to what made them faint, only Judge can God. We end today's edition here on Showbiz Daily. Special thanks to my pundit here, Kobe Josban, the nation's blogger. And Kobe is firing some hot videos for you guys on his Facebook, Kobe Josban, as well as on his YouTube. So you guys have to be checking some of them out. And Roland Amate, same way, Roland Report on YouTube, firing some hot. Giving it to people hot on the platform as well. To Digital Rasta KSC, thank you for the camera works. Richie Flex, editor director of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. If you've not subscribed to us, please do, because we have more coming up. I'll see you in our next video when we meet. We're out of here. Bye bye.